We saw just about every inch of Afghanistan, from Tora Bora to the caves. We saw some airfields, and we bombed a helicopter. But the Tomcat was extremely versatile, and you had a great loiter capability. You could hang on the blades, make gas when you needed to, and of course we were driving pretty far to get to these targets. Our very first mission in country was an interesting one because the tanker, the Air Force tanker, had an engine fire. So we get word, and if I remember, our wingman had a hydraulic issue. So we were alone. We were a single Tomcat, alone and unafraid, up in the middle, actually the northern half of Afghanistan, about ready to head to the tanker, and we get word, hey, the tanker's got an engine fire, and we in fact are out there by ourselves, and we have no tanking, and we have hundreds and hundreds of miles to go. We know we're not going to be able to make it to the ship, so we were the first ones to test our allies in Pakistan. We actually diverted into Jalalabad, where they had previously had a number of F-16s from years back, and they had the same engines as we did. So we had hoped that we were going to be able to utilize their equipment to help us start, because the F-14 did not have a self-start capability. So we, in fact, did divert into Pakistan, and we were able to finally find the right starting unit. So we were able to get gas, and we had tea with the Pakistani general there, who was encouraging us in our efforts. And we finally took off, and the last thing he says, when you take off, don't loiter on, just take off and do a high climb out, because not all of our friends in Pakistan are exactly supportive of our mission. So that's exactly what we did. We took off, lit the blower, almost high performance takeoff to get as high as we could, as fast as we could. Headed back to the ship, and I remember we landed probably a little bit over 24 hours after we had taken off. So we'd been up for 25, 26 hours. And the first thing I remember, the Skeds guy said, hey, you guys better get ready for your next mission, because it's coming up.
Yeah. And then you remember when we were on Jalalabad, we were the first ally jet, like Scar said, to go in there. But if you remember, when we are, you never want to be the first person. So we land, we're not sure what's going to happen. I remember. And then remember when we taxi off to the taxiway, they actually had barbed wire and 50 cal nests, trained, guns trained on us. And then they're actually moving barbed wire across the taxiway. We taxi, and then they put the wire back behind us. It was not a very comfortable position.
Friendly welcome was not there, yeah.
But then when the general came and met us, it ended up being wonderful. But it was I remember those first few minutes where no one really knew what was going on, because we were the first Allied jet to come into there.
There was a moment where I thought we might spend the rest of the war in Pakistan.
Yeah, me too.